Hello, hello, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XI. We're back in Geno here, because we're actually gonna go get our first airship pass. Since last time I went back to Fort Gelspa and I got Gelspa chest key. The way you would even know about this quest is you would inquire, I think with Solag? Wait, no, Udall maybe? If you cannot afford our already low price of 148,000 gil. Shazam! So we get our airship pass for Kazham. The later airship pass literally won't allow you to go to Kazham. It only allows you to go to the other nations from the other airships. And airships are completely obsolete these days, which is sad, but we're gonna take one. Oh, sweet. Oh, sorry if you hear dogs barking. My brother is visiting. He's in town for a funeral. His dogs are here. They're big, they're loud, and they're kind of annoying sometimes, but they're also kind of lovable oafs, so it's whatever. Yeah, we actually got here right on time. Not planned at all, actually. I fully expected to wait the 6 minutes or whatever it is, or 9 minutes. Actually, I don't remember exactly how long the airship to Kazham travels in the sky. I'm pretty sure it's uniform with the other time of the other airships. But you see, from the map, each region or place has its own stuff. Although what's kind of funny is Kazham basically belongs to Windurst, so is associated with Windurst. So essentially Windurst has 2 airships in this area, although one only goes to Kazham. This is how it is. Damn Windurstians and their X-Death tree in the center of their town. Let's rest our HP up while we're waiting. You can also fish right here, and there's some pretty decent fish you can catch that are involved in sushi making. If you've got an appropriately leveled cooking, and there's also like a key item you need from the Cook's Guild that's like raw fish handling or something like that. Here we go, our first airship ride. Although we don't have to immediately jump on. It takes it about 2 or 3 minutes to allow for boarding, just in case you AFK'd for a second or something. And also to give people ample time, I guess, to stop fishing, or like, you know, to be realistic, right? Because like, I don't know. Keeps the airship going, but you know, gives the illusion that it's waiting for passengers, like any airplane would when it docks. And boarding's simple, just like the ferry. You just run in and wait. Can't run up these stairs yet. Get a nice little world map here that's relatively accurate, I think. Although I think it's made Mendartia way smaller than Quan for some reason. I always liked to run out to the other side, because this like side of the airship never touches down. I don't think. I could be wrong. It might touch down at the next destination, depending on what direction we land from, or something. I also kind of like how, since the airships don't actually have any, you know, any landing gear or anything, they make them land in water, like a normal ship. because otherwise, you know, you would scrape and destroy the keel, or the keel would need to be made of like something incredibly dense, which would probably still, like the impact would still crunch stuff in the rest of the ship. So touches down on water. I don't know, I think that's a nice touch. Don't ask me how it goes in reverse, though. And also don't ask me how it actually, like, does anything without propellers on the bottom. I'm gonna assume magic. As you can see, or hear, the airships have a unique airship music. Go down to the bridge and to get the pilot, Joseph. Oh, it's only going to take 4 minutes to get to Kazham. Huh. I think it would take longer, but oh well. The faster it goes, the better it is for us. Look out the side and see the sights if there are any to see. I guess if we look out over here, we can see Saruda Baruda / Mendarsha. We're gonna be flying over them. Oh, look at that full moon. Damn. You can use the current time to check the moon phase. Usually a full moon improves drop rates on things. It also affects, like the moon phase also affects certain gear, certain monsters, certain fights, it's used in certain quests. There's a very important quest later where we'll actually need a full moon to get the item that we require to enter a very specific late game fight. I say late game, but I guess it's more like 2/3 game or something. It's a level 75 quest, although we'll need to be in the 90s, I think, to solo it, even with trusts, if they're even available for it. It's nothing to worry about right now, but it'll be relevant later. I always liked the moon phase thing in this game, though. I guess that's supposed to be the crag of Mia. We're supposed to be flying over Tarragoni Canyon right now, even though the land looks way too green down there to be Tarragoni Canyon. Also, you'd think that with this basically flying in the same direction as the airship to Windurst, that you could like possibly see the airship to Windurst on the way to Kazham, like maybe coming back from Windurst or something. But I don't know if the times that the airships run ever actually line up like that. I would assume if they did, they would have put it in, but maybe not. Maybe there's a problem with having two airships like in the same visual queue or something. There also used to be some sort of glitch where like if you ran at the edge here or something, you could actually run over the side. I think it was something that people used to do with Window, where like they would like clip through the airship or something. I was never able to do it on PlayStation 2. Back in the day. But I used to watch tons of other people do it. They just like run right here, and they would basically fall down, and there's like actually a bottom layer of nothingness to just stand on. And here we go. Here's the island we're coming up on. The island, the El Shimo Island, or just El Shimo. I guess. Huh. Ah, nostalgia again. I guess that's the other dock. Oh, but we didn't actually get to run off of it. It's a tropical island with cat girls. And they sell all sorts of stuff. These El Shimo Pachira fruits. What? What the fuck? Okay, I'll be right back. Son of a bitch. Anyway, before I was so rudely interrupted by what is essentially the Final Fantasy XI version of a 90K, these El Shimo Pachira fruits, you can eat them and they give you a very weak poison. And if you are poisoned, you cannot be put to sleep by almost every form of sleep. There is an exception with a certain boss, but it works for almost everything. So that used to be a strategy. It probably still is a strategy for certain fights where you can just poison yourself, and because you're poisoned, if you get put to sleep, the damage over time will just wake you up. So, yep. We got like some Tarutaros here. Yuhtunga and Yuhtunga Jungles. Sunny, sunny, sunny. Cool beans. It's one of my favorite areas in the game. It's just a small little jungle town. I think this guy's involved in the teleport Yuhtunga Jungle, because there's a telepoint crystal in the Yuhtunga Jungle for the scroll. We got armor and weapon shops here that sell like mid-20s, early 30s gear. You can actually buy the Beetle set, which is a very cool looking harness. Unfortunately, it's not really worth the money, although it's one of my favorite sets of all time. The Subligar, if I remember right, actually has black cloth between the loin and thigh protectors, so it actually looks like pants. And the beetle harness is what she's wearing, although there's an identical lower level harness called the bone harness, or it's nearly identical or something. And they got a nomad Moogle here if you want to switch your jobs. Very helpful. I don't really remember what they sell in the weapon store. Probably nothing we need, but why not check it out? Sometimes a strange human comes from the south to buy stuff. I wonder what he's doing down here. So, level 20 dagger, for some reason a level 59 greatsword that first, like, there's no way I'd ever pay 175,000 gil for a frickin', what the hell, man? You could get like so many better deals so many other places. They sell boomerangs though, and the battle bow. Interesting. And they got some swords on the wall over there. You see that one that's like a reverse blade sword? That's actually a sword called the Dissector. It's rare exclusive. You can get one. It's got a relatively low delay and like some sort of latent effect that you unlock by doing 500 weapon skills, which increases its base damage and gives you like a flat increase of 6% to your crit rate. But I think it only works in the main hand, and There's better options available for almost every job that can wield sword these days. But back in the day, it was like the best sword that like ninja could use or something. If ninja was going to use normal swords rather than their katanas, which there were some situations where you wanted to do that. I'd jump on a chocobo, but then you wouldn't get to hear the jungle music. So I'm just going to run out into the jungle on bare feet. There's also an auction house on the other side of Kazham, and some other NPCs to talk to, but we don't got any pressing issues for them to handle or do, so it's kind of whatever. This is a really popular experience points camp back in pre-Abyssia times. Basically, you could see level 25 to like 29 EXP parties out here, right, camp, and their pullers would run off and grab these Yuhtunga Mandragoras or the Goblin Smithies, and you know, just EXP here. And I remember at one point there were like 4 or 5 EXP parties out here. I'm pretty sure there was more monsters to get. Like, I could be remembering wrong, but I'm pretty sure there were more monsters. I had several really good parties that were literally like right here. They just like camped right here, and they'd grab that goblin and that Mandy, and then they'd run back in this cave tunnel and grab these Mandies. And it was a whole cool thing. Let's see. So we kind of want to go through the jungle, and even though we don't have a map, and we're gonna get aggroed by like any goblin, it'll be fine. We've got trusts. Why sneak around when you can just kill everything? At the same time. I wonder what drops in his little box. Also, I didn't mention it already, these boxes didn't used to drop from stuff. Like, nothing dropped boxes. That was in addition in like the 2010s to try to make the overworld more appealing than Abyssia. I can't 100% remember the way through the jungle because it's been a long time. I just know that the map doesn't really help you either, which is why I haven't bought one. Ooh, ivory lizards. These lizards aren't aggressive, but they drop a key, not a key item, a rare exclusive item, I'm pretty sure. That's useful for the Yotor teleport scroll quest. Which, whenever we get our white mage up in level, we'll want that spell because it's, even though teleportation is everywhere in this game, they basically tried to not put teleportation in and around the teleport crag zones. Also, apparently we're a high enough level that a Pururu has access to haste now. So that's helpful. Definitely landed the sneak attack on that one. Okay. No item, but it'll be fine. Let's see. I think we want to go east now. Could be remembering wrong. There's some landmarks that I do remember. And they're pretty obvious. Like, if you've been through the jungle a few times, you'll know what I'm talking about. There's like this giant... it looks like a freaking white radish with like purple leaves. And it glows a little bit at nighttime. Probably going the wrong way, but we'll see. In general, though, where we were wanting to go, you just want to go south. But sort of like south central. Okay, yeah, I've sort of gone the wrong way. Ah, our first Malboro, okay. Well, I've never wanted to shy away from a challenge. And our trusts will take the brunt of the awfulness. They don't kill it before it does anything awful. Juicy, juicy skill ups. Ah, we missed twice in a row. But semi, didn't it? Mushroom locust? I don't think I've ever even... The variety of locust is adapted to the jungles of El Shimo. Its unusual diet consists mainly of mushrooms. Huh. Wonder if there's any sort of locust like that in real life. Goblin Furier. Why did we skill chain off of just now? Oh, Raiden Thrust. Or Raiden Thrust. However you want to say it. Square of black tiger leather. I think that's used in a Gobby Bag quest. I don't remember which one, but we'll hang on to that. Pretty sure if you could get an aerial view of this jungle, it would look terrible. Good thing we can't. It's mostly tunnels. And a lot of the tunnels actually end in dead ends. And that's not even me being like a joker or anything, it's just... Okay, we're aggroed. I don't know if this is going to end in a dead end or not, though. We're going, like, awfully north. I think I need to go back, because I think I missed a tunnel turnoff that I should have taken. Even if you don't need the damage from sneak attack, the fact that it makes your next attack 100% accurate as well is something to consider. The thief support job is actually very handy for that, especially back in the day. There were all sorts of in-game monsters that you just didn't have enough accuracy to reliably hit. And so a lot of people would sub Thief just to make sure their weapon skills at the very least would land. But what's kind of funny is not having 100% accuracy is actually sometimes a blessing in disguise, because what it means is that as everyone tries to hit the monster, it's not getting fed TP as fast, So unless it has a natural form of just like TP generation beyond hitting the tanks, it's not getting TP very fast. So it's, you know, other than spells and things, it's not going to be able to do AoEs and all that as often. Everything in the really old days was like a nice controlled little like slow, steady pace. Let's see, is this going to end in a dead end, or am I in the right way now? Let's see. It might be too far west. Nope, nope, actually, okay, I wound up going the right way without actually going past the thing that I was talking about. That's unusual. I used to have an exact route through the jungle that I just would take. And I don't know who owns the jungle right now. Windurst, okay. I used to watch out for these holes. You can actually fall down them into other tunnels. Well, you do actually want to fall down one of them. But we want to get this book first because these books exist now. So those books kind of take the place of outpost warps, even though they're not as cheap. I believe this is the hole we want to fall down. It's been a long time though. Let's see. Yep. Okay, good. We're going towards that waterfall. Haagens Creek Sahagan. And it's a monk type. You can tell because it hit us twice right away, and it's attacking fast. And countered us. Silver Beast coin. We hit both of our we landed both our hits on Stormwind, but and Elixir, those take forever to use. But yeah, this was also an EXP camp for the mid-30s. Not exactly right here, but like, I think the safe spot was just in case, because the Haagens can link, like over there near the waterfall. You could camp like slightly out from the waterfall, and that's close enough to the zone line that you could fight all this stuff out here. The Sahagan, the Opo, you know, you name it. Oh, it's a white mage. It's kind of funny, these trusts. Valanerail, he's got a unique hairstyle and face, but I knew a lot of elven dudes who played Paladin that chose red hair. And Halver looks like a guy I used to know. He has the face of a guy I used to know who was named like Rune. Something. Who had a brother who had like some FH name or HF name. They were brothers in real life apparently, or that's what they claimed to be. And let's go ahead and use our temp items because they're going to disappear. Maybe not the elixir because it takes too long to use. But this is where we're going. And there'll be more Sahagens, and we'll have to resummon our trusts. Don't let me forget to resummon my trusts. See Serpent Grotto. Oh, there's a book in here too. But the outpost book wasn't enough for you, I guess. Gotta make everything 100% convenient. No room for inconvenience in modern Final Fantasy XI. And people will still complain that it's not as convenient as it could be. Ridiculous. Okay, I think these bats aggro, maybe? Okay, maybe not. I just know usually you want the sneak spell going when you're in here, if you're trying to just actually go places. There's Groundstone we can use to level up. I don't know exactly what all it has in it, but it has stuff in it, so that's a whole thing. Got Pond Sahagan. It'll probably aggro us. Let's see. Yeah. Haagens aggro by sound. And I miss this type of Sahagan. They really look more like fish than men. I like the ones in 14 as well, but I feel like they look way too much more like men than fish. Maybe these ones look a little too much like fish. I don't know. But you know, you get like Deep One vibes from them. That's basically what they are referencing. Oh, I love the haste spell. So helpful. Okay, let's see. Seashells are worth almost nothing, and we don't actually need. Where did we get a Mithril Beast coin from? Actually, no, we'll hang on to the Silver Beast coin. There's some weird doors in here that you trade Beast coins to in order to get through them. This is not one of them, but this is a secret door, technically. Oh look! Aggressive everything! Aggressive crabs, aggressive skeletons. We're in Big Boy Town now. Skeleton, you would move. Halver's not doing full damage with his spear because it's a spear. Skeletal enemies resist piercing damage a little bit, and they're weak to blunt damage. And if you cast Banish on them, they're weak to, what's it called? The, slashing. Yeah, there we go. Getting all sorts of skill ups on these things because our skills are actually behind. Ooh, an X potion. Why not? I would have preferred a silent oil, but you can't always get what you want. Okay, we'll see if we can maybe aggro less things. Okay, we can't get around the boxes. Probably aggro that skeleton. Okay, well, we aggro the crab. Snakes on these support beams or pillars or whatever. I love seeing skill ups. And nothing's capped anymore. It's gonna be that way. It's gonna be that way for a while. Got a lot of leveling, a lot of skilling up to do for everything that I want to show. I've actually done more recordings for this game, like in a row, than I have like for anything else. Like, okay, so we want to take on the skeleton first because he's got nasty magic. Ice spikes can paralyze you in this game. Every time you hit a monster that has ice spikes on it, it has a chance to paralyze. But yeah, everything being aggressive in here, particularly towards sound, is a reason why. Like, when we come back through here later, we'll have a method for sneak. Because there's quite a few quests that we actually want to do in here. We don't want to be fighting literally everything, because it's just a little too ridiculous. Okay, so here we are. This is why we came this way. I just wanted to show you the actual route and how long it actually takes to get to this place that the game decided to give to us way early, thus causing it to lose some of its impact. But yeah, here we are. We're in Norg, which not only has telepoint crystals now, but also has a teleport book, because the books came out before the crystals. And you'll occasionally see a lot of high-level people here, because there's augments you can get from, let's see, I don't think it's Oseam. It might be Oseam. There's like another guy over there, I thought. Oh, there's several guys here that you can get things from. There's all sorts of goodies to get in Norg. But we're mainly here to do the Samurai Unlock quest. It starts with Jokribao, or Jokribags, or Bikes, or I'm pretty sure the X is just silent. Our leader, Gilgamesh, has asked me to forge him a katana, but I am in somewhat of a bind. A katana is a work of art. I refuse to replace the traditional methods of smithing with modern synthesis. However, my supply of materials is currently running low. If these items were easy to come by, I would go myself. Unfortunately, this is not the case, and I require your assistance. Motherfucker, you are wearing a scorpion harness. That is a level 57 piece of armor. You need a level 42 dude's help? Sacred branch and a lump of bomb steel. The sacred branch is the flame that fuels my furnace, and the lump of bomb steel is the perfect material for melting the iron. Both are needed to forge a true katana blade. To learn of where you may come across them, ask my pupils. Tell them I sent you, and they will assist you with your preparations for the journey. Also, if you come across any trouble, you may ask them for further aid. However, I doubt you will require it. Okay, so this flags the quest Forge Your Destiny. And so we need to go and talk to his pupils, because otherwise we just won't have what we need at all. And I believe his first pupil is this girl, and thank God Stylock exists now, because she's actually wearing a thief exclusive harness, but then she's wearing boots that can only be worn by like Warrior, Dark Knight, Paladin, Beastmaster, so to the untrained eye, this lump of oriental steel may look like a simple piece of scrap iron, but is actually a rare ore from the Far East. It contains metals not found on Mindarsha or Quan. By processing this in a special way, it will become the perfect material for melting iron in the Master's furnace. Your job is to find a bomb to consume this lump of oriental steel. When a bomb eats it, it will be refined into a lump of bomb steel. Somewhere in the Conchachat Highlands is a small cave with a charred floor. It is there you will find a bomb that will consume the lump of oriental steel. Place it on the charred area and retrieve the lump of bomb steel from the bomb that appears. Okay, so she basically just told us that we need, you know, to go to Kazham Highlands. I could have sworn it was actually in Lethane Plateau that you had to go, but it's been so long. Maybe I'm stupid. And then let's see. Here's other pupil. Is a guy Raining Mod or Rain Mode, who didn't used to have these identical Humes standing near him. Forging a katana is somewhat of a ritual. The smith focuses all his spiritual energy into the task. Thus, the sacred branch must be used from a spiritual place as well. Beyond the Merifatod Mountains is an ancient forest known as the Sanctuary of Zita. There you will find a tree that has been standing for over 1,000 years. Only a branch from this tree is suitable for the flame that burns in Master Jokerbo's furnace. However, take care when traveling in Zita, as it is a land of much mystery and danger. Here, take this sacred sprig. You will know what to do with it when you arrive at the tree. Take care not to lose it. It is a very rare item. Oh, you son of a bitch! Let's just throw away the mushroom locust, and we'll put the chaos bringer away. I thought I put that away last time, but maybe I didn't. I don't need any of that. Okay, now give me that sprig, motherfucker. Okay, yes, you told me this. Give me the sprig. So basically, we need these two items, and what he didn't tell you is you actually need a hatchet, so make sure you have a hatchet. You can buy it from like any general store in one of the main cities. And then we're just going to be complete tools and use teleportation again, because why not? You could actually ask, you know, like, ask a, oh, come on, brain. A white mage to, teleport you to the Crag of Dim. But, alternatively, if I had leveled white mage to 36, I could have quested the Scroll of Teleport Dim and just teleported it there myself. But I am not a clever man and didn't decide to do that between recordings. So instead, we're just gonna use teleportation real quick. Hop on a chocobo, right up to Kazham Highlands to where we need to go. Gotta give myself an excuse to get on chocobos, you know. How do they not have any white mage trusts? I'm watching my Link Shell talk. Also, my laptop keeps like, the fan keeps going loud for like several minutes. You might not be able to hear it because I'm playing on a desktop, but it's behind me and it's annoying. And I'm pretty sure we can do this next part in either order. I don't think you have to do it like in any particular order. You just have to go do it. I might be wrong. We might need to go use the sacred sprig first, but I'm pretty sure we can do either. It'll be fine. Now what's going to be mildly annoying about this is that after we get these items he's asking for, he's going to take 3 fucking days to make this katana. Which, like, I guess is closer to realism. Like, I'm pretty sure it took like a week or 2 to actually forge a katana in real life, and then they had to do the test cuts anyway, because they were like always folding the steel and doing all the stuff to make it a, you know, precision killing instrument or whatever. But the katana really has been romanticized in modern times. Not saying that they didn't devote their lives to it or anything, and like studying the blade and using it as a form of exercise and martial discipline and all that. But you know, on like the actual battlefield, samurais used spears and bows a lot more, particularly the bow, because they're far more efficient killing weapons. Because on a battlefield, especially a large-scale battlefield, where hundreds of men are fighting one another, you know, it's not like all honor duels and like how it is in the movies or anything. It's literally just trying to kill as many people on the other side as possible. So you use what gets the job done. And so samurais were really quite skilled with the bow and the polearm and other weapons that gave them advantage over their fellow man in combat. And the katana was really more like swords were in medieval Europe, which is mainly for self-defense. Although obviously there was exceptions. Some people can only figure out how to use a single weapon, or didn't have, you know, money for other weapons and whatnot. Kind of funny, around the time I unlocked Samurai in this game the first time, a bunch of stuff was coming out with Samurais in it, like Samurai Champloo, the anime, 2004, The Last Samurai with Tom Cruise in 2005, other things too, and I want to say Bleach, even though that's technically not samurais. I mean, they used katanas, like the Soul Reapers and whatnot, and turned them into different weird-looking swords. There were other things too. I know there were other things. Come on, brain, work with me here. It didn't come out then, but I know it was airing, like in the States. I think Ronin Warriors. Although that's more like Sailor Moon Guy edition. Okay, so we need to go to, I think, over there. We need to, if I remember right, it's over there. I guess I could check the guide to make sure. But we need to go. Let me see, what's the positioning on that? D7? Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Let's see, what's the guide say? Go to D8 in Conshet Highland. Okay, yeah, it's okay. I'm right. It's saying D8 because the very tippy top or bottom of that peninsula that's sticking out over there is technically dipping down into D8, but it's the cave at D7. Also, who knows? Maybe as we're riding through here, someone will have killed the trimmer rams, and we'll just luck out, and we'll run into the rampaging ram or whatever for the purple belt quest. I doubt it, but I've been trying to like look for any excuse I can. Like if I gotta travel somewhere, and Chat or Lathane Plateau are between where I gotta go, and it's not too much of a hassle, I've totally been running through here, or riding through here on chocobos, and like hitting up the wide scan and just looking. I love these windmills. Lathane Plateau could really stand to have some windmills. When I was a new player, I thought that they would be fully fledged buildings and I could like hide inside. I got aggroed by a goblin, so I ran for the windmills thinking, surely there will be people, their guards or something, and I can at least like open up the door and get inside, and you know the goblin won't be able to follow me in. Of course, my dumbass didn't realize that monsters don't play by the same rules as players. Rampaging ram! Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Okay, 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 okay. Hopefully, like someone's not already killing it. Hopefully, we can hop off our chocobo and summon our trust out, because it's like in the high 20s, and holy crap! Holy crap! Holy crap! Holy crap! Holy crap! Okay, okay, come on, faster, faster! Summon the trust faster. Okay, we can probably just attack it after we get a Pururu out. The kill will be slightly slower, but it'll be worth it to get the claim. Come here, you big chunky bastard. Yes, yes. This is one half of the purple belt quest just done. Just instantly, because it's a 100% drop for the horn we need, at least as far as I remember. Let's go ahead and clear some more inventory. Let's put our beast points away since I want to keep them. Man, I can't believe my luck. Thank you, whoever killed the trimmer rams. Rampaging horn. Alright, so now we just need the lumbering horn. And we'll be able to get the purple belt. And basically the lumbering Lambert, he's identical to the rampaging ram. I think he favors some different ram abilities, but for all intents and purposes, he's basically identical. And we'll summon out one more trust now because we're gonna have to deal with another notorious monster that spawns when we trade the bomb coal or whatever. Wow, that was fortunate. That makes the disconnect earlier like an oh well sort of situation. Man, that is just so good. So good. It's like now I only need the lumbering horn. And I mean, killing the rams is actually pretty good moneymaker. I mean, it's not like an amazing moneymaker, but you can sell the ram skins, and the ram skins sell for like 280 gil per skin. And you know, they drop like tons of them. And then the lanolin cubes sell for over 600 gil, and then the horns also sell for like 500 gil. So, you know, that adds up if you're killing them over and over again, waiting on, you know, your notorious monster to spawn. You can also sell them on the auction house, at least the skins and the horns. A stack of skins sells for like 6k on the auction house. They don't really sell that often though, so I'd rather just NPC them. I do have a stack on the auction house currently, but it's kind of, you know, just like sitting there not selling. I even have it listed under 6K, but people can't see that unless they have like a third-party tool that lets them see that. So. In the old days, you'd want to kill that Earth Elemental, because he'd aggro your magic people. Forger. Dun, dun, dun. How did the samurais come up with this one? Oh yeah, I'm gonna feed this steel to a bomb. Dun dun dun. Now we have the lump of bomb steel. Cool beans. And now, since, you know, we're pretty much done here in the Highlands, we can just go ahead and warp, and then we can use the book in the Mines District, or we can use the Outpost warp, and also from the Mines District, to go to the Sanctuary of Zita, which is where we left off last time. If I could just, you know, actually... Yeah, go to the mines, please, because I'm trying to save a little bit of time here. Okay. Now the book is over there next to the Chocobo stables. The outpost warp guy is right over here near the Moogle house. So I guess I should have teleported to the Moogle house one if I intended to use the outpost warp. We literally only have one outpost warp so far. But I love that we can use conquest points for something else. Because, like, the conquest point gear at some point is just not going to be worthwhile to get. So, like, we won't really have that much to do with our conquest points. And as we learned last time we were here, stuff here is strong enough to potentially kill us if we don't have our trusts out. And we don't have any anti-detection items or spells going, so whip all these trusts out. Play it safe. We're also going to have to fight another notorious monster. We basically just need to go straight east from the outpost. I remember in the old days, though, when I got taken to do this quest in a group of people who all wanted to unlock Samurai, I was rather confused about the layout of this forest. No one had a map, and so they were just going off memory. We ran in circles for a few minutes. Maybe half an hour. They were like, the people who were taking us were like, I know that it's kind of like you're going to the Boyata tree, but you don't actually go to the Boyata tree. It's like the place that's like slightly north of it or whatever. And I was like, okay, whatever that means. I'm looking at a map right now, though, even though I don't have one. The map for Sanctuary of Zeta is actually very helpful. There's a few like secret paths or paths that aren't like really noted on it, but for the most part, it does what it's supposed to. It shows you the main paths, and you can get to the area really easy having it. Also, I swear, some like adware or malware or something must be on my laptop. Because the rate at which the fan starts going crazy while it's not doing anything except having a web page open with all of the ads blocked. This is ridiculous. Like, it shouldn't be... The fan shouldn't be working that hard. I don't even know what the deal is. Let's see, we're at K9. Where's the... We may have gone too far north? Let's see, we want to go a little more east. But I think we're going the wrong way. Gubu Gardener. I can't remember if the Gubu Gardeners are aggressive or not. They are. Okay. I should have gotten a Benzio out. They aggro sound. And count as plantoids, I guess because they have moss growing off of them. Someone said once, well, Final Fantasy XI players are really salty about 14, at least the diehards. And they will all the time, like, bring up 14's shortcomings. I remember one time someone said 14 reused, like most of 14 monsters are just reused straight out of 11. And I started to respond, I was like, no way, they only add in like 5 or 6 11 monsters, like, every expansion or whatever. But the more that I replay 11 and the more I like see these monsters in 11 and then think, oh yeah, they have this in 14 as well, or they reused this in 14 as well. I think to myself, oh right, like there literally is like nearly all of the monsters in 11 reused in 14. Well, if you have the assets, you know, you might as well reuse them. One thing I wish they would reuse in 14 is I wish they would reuse some of the racial and facial models from the characters in 11. You can approximately make the faces from 11 with the hairstyles in 14, but it's only approximate. The characters don't look right because they have different models and different relative sizes, not to mention different starting gear and different everything. And so, like, yeah, that's all nice and everything, but you know, it doesn't really, it's not helpful. But yeah, basically we're going up to this. This is the tree that's 1,000 years old. You can tell it's 1,000 because it's wide as hell. And I can't remember if we want this question mark or if it's another question mark. How's the target out of range? Just give me a freaking thing, dude. Sturdy branch. You will need a hatchet to cut it off. And this is where our hatchet comes in. Such a strong evil presence. Guardian Treants. Dun 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 dun. Yep, this is what Treants look like in 11. They did not reuse Treants from 11 in 14, and I wish they had, because they look so much more cool and big than the goofy looking ones in 14. But maybe I should be thankful they didn't. Okay, so do I just use the hatchet again? Some strange force is preventing you from cutting all the way through. Okay, so do we what? Sacred Sprig and the hatchet? Maybe just the Sacred Sprig? Strange forces vanish, then a sacred branch is sprouted, newly sprout in the cut. Sacred branch obtained. Dun dun dun. Okay, so we got 50 seconds. If we could get close enough back to the outpost before our warp ring is ready, I could probably just use the outpost book and teleport directly into Norg instead of warping using the crystal to teleport in Norg. We'll see. It's not really important either way. But I'll probably just wind up using the warp ring. We don't have to kill these bats, but I'm gonna. We can just use the warp ring in the middle of combat. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna use the warp ring. Don't feel like contracting any more aggro. Just want to go ahead and go trade in these items to Jakrabao, or Jakrabakes, or whatever his name is. Probably like Jakrabice or something like that. Like the X comes off as like a S or something. No, that's not who we need to talk to. No, I'm not turning in sparks right now. I need to build those back up by leveling a whole ton. Shimo Lowlands. Norg. Oh, you know what? I didn't grab... I'm pretty sure there was probably a teleport crystal I could have grabbed in Kazham, but I didn't grab one. Was there a book I grabbed? I thought there was something I grabbed for teleporting there. But... oh well. Man, I know it's because the game is a lot more conducive to socialization with how slow the combat is, but people are so much more social in 11. I guess it's because they really want to be here and meeting people and stuff. Oh, come on. Okay, so we got both things. I think we just trade them to him. I will reward you with your services when I have finished the katana. 3 full days to complete. So basically, we gotta come back 3 game days later. But he's trying to teach you the patience. But also, like, whatever. If you speak to him now, before the time is up, he'll say, you need to learn patience. So now, we've got to unlock a couple other jobs. And I think I'll stop this recording here, though. We still got to unlock Dragoon, and we also got to unlock Summoner. There's also jobs to unlock over in Ottergon. There's jobs to unlock from other expansions that we could actually relatively easily unlock. It just might be a little bit scary with how low our levels are. But we'll see. I'll see. I'll look up some things and see what I can do. The easiest way to get our last weather that we need, because I got wind in between episodes, there's actually a zone, a couple of zones really, that are up in the north. And they can be accessed for the first time by going through an area that's close to Sandoria called the Rangumant Pass. And it's kind of an interesting area. It's got a lot of sound aggro in it. I think the monsters are in the early 40s, high 30s. So we should be able to take them on and get through there with trusts, easy peasy. It's all the way up there in the northeast corner. I could have probably hopped on a chocobo and ridden a little bit faster by circling back to East Ronfar from West Ronfar, but oh well. East Ronfar kind of seems like it's all dressed up with nowhere to go because there's no noted zone lines. But here in the very south, where that very square line sort of makes a separation, that's the zone to King Rampar's tomb. And all the way in the northeast is the zone to Rangumant Pass. The Cavernous Maw, when you unlock it, can take you to the version of East Ronfar from 20 years ago. It's like East Ronfar S, which stands for Shadow Era. And then there's also some sort of zone in from a cave that is like a one-way cave that leads from a zone called Carpenter's Landing, I think, which you can zone into from western Jugner Forest. There's some sort of crazy wild path that will zone you back into East Ronfar from there, as well as some crazy winding path that goes through King Rampar's tomb that takes you into a unique embankment in Jugner Forest, which is where a 21 to 24 hour spawn for a crab notorious monster that's actually a highly notorious monster spawns. It's called like King Arthro or something. It's kind of weird. Like first, like I think they're called royal crabs or something. 4 royal crabs spawn. You kill them, and after the royal crabs are killed, then King Arthro spawns like a minute or 2 later. He's technically only level 55, but because he's a highly notorious monster, he has like a shit ton of HP, defense, he does like magic and shit, and he has a chance to drop a belt, and the belt is called the Speed Belt. It's usable by, if I remember right, it's usable by all jobs. It gives plus 6% haste, and it's used in a synthesis recipe for I think leather working that lets you turn it into a it's not called the Speed Belt anymore, and I don't think it's Speed Belt +1. I think it's something else related to speed. Maybe haste belt. I don't think it's haste belt. Either way, it's not really worth it. All that the synthesis does is makes a belt that has the haste and then has like 2 points of defense on it. Like it doesn't. It's like a vanity item because the defense really isn't worth it. Also, you see how we got the double ice weather? The Rangumont Pass shares its weather with the next area. And so if we can get through here, that would be amazing. Especially if we could get through here before the weather ends or changes. But look, the weather just changed. Sad. Sag. And whoa. Why was the door open? Did someone just come through here? Huh. I watched this door for unspeakable terrors lurk on the far side. I can open the door for you, but quickly I must close it. Once inside, you must find some other way out. Yeah, I'm not afraid. That's okay. And she like putting these rune stones down that open the past or whatever. Basically, once you're on this side, you can't just go back through the door. But it's really easy to just get right back out. The cave loops around, and there's like a one-way drop that will drop you back out on a path that will take you back to either East Ranfor, or you can loop around and go to back to the door if like you mistakenly, you know, if it's like your first time in here and you mistakenly went the wrong way. At first, the monsters in this section aren't really that bad, but the further in you go, the crazier they will get. There also appears to be some sort of graphic errors because the graphics are too high res. Kind of funny, but it could be worse. I think the oozes are aggressive. Most slimes are aggressive. Oh, we got a cave scorpion. He's probably aggressive too. You aggressive there, Jimbo? He must be on the side of easy prey that's not that bad. Oh, we got tie size. These are a Hecta-Eye monster. They have magic. And they're really annoying, actually. And there's a meme, an old meme, for the spell Refresh, which used to be super valuable and rare, that we actually have a scroll of already because it was so cheap on the auction house, because they make it drop from almost everything now because of how pivotal it is for mages. When the game was first out, people really wanted to know where to get that spell, because what it is it's the MP version of regen. You cast it on yourself or another player in your party, it causes them to regain 3 MP every 3 seconds for like 72 seconds or something like that. So basically it's worth like what, its cost cast is like 24 MP, and so like you get a total of 24 times 3. You get like 72 MP back from it or whatever. So it's like if you cast it on yourself, it's a net gain over its time of like 48 MP. And if you cast it on someone else, obviously, then they get a complete gain of just, 72 more. And man, this cave looks really jank with the high res. But whatever. Ooh, a giant scorpion. And this one's a decent challenge, so clearly he's going to aggro us, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. Do your numbing breath on me, you whore. Some monsters don't have anything to steal, but I always try anyway because I don't even know what all can actually be stolen. Scorpions in this game are one of my favorite monster designs for scorpions as well. They just look cool. They don't have the right number of legs, obviously, but it's kind of whatever. I don't give a fuck about the right number of legs. They look cool. I'm not 100% sure on which way to go either. Like, it's been so long since I've been in here. I don't have a map open or anything. I'm just sort of like going. Mucoid mass. I think that's a notorious monster. Now I'll have to look up something about this pass. Let's see. Google mucoid mass. FFXI, blah 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 blah. Slimes, water, level 45 to 48. Drops the spellcaster's EQ, has somewhere between 2,000 and 4,000 HP. What the fuck? Spawns every 100 minutes. It's a time spawn, not a lottery spawn. Exclusively casts absorb accuracy. In spite of this, its accuracy is pretty low. And it occasionally uses in blind and has double attack effects. Does not link with oozes in the room. Immune to silence or blind. Soloable by most level 70 jumps. It's like 3 levels higher than us and it's a slime, so I don't think I'd want to fight it. Unless we have to. The shield that it drops is like sort of like mediocre, I guess. It gives like 2 mind and it's not why we're here anyway. The game says its level range is 45 to 48. If it was level 45, we're level 42. That's only 3 levels, and with trust, we could probably take it. But I don't really want to risk it. Like, do I got any trusts that do magic damage? I mean, like, I've got 2 white mage trusts. I guess I've got Chantato. If we, Oh, normal Hecta eyes, not Thai size. Huh. Yeah, Hecta eyes is the monster family name. Let's see. Are they all gonna aggro? They're all gonna aggro. Interestingly, despite the fact that they're like both amorphs, Hecta eyes take full physical damage, from what I remember, whereas slimes don't. I'm guessing it's because of their eyes. I guess since we've got a Pururu, and I guess I could like put away I could put away Simi. Stop being out of range and get down here so I can put you away. If I pull out Chantato too, she's a very powerful mage. We might be able to just go ahead and kill the mucoid mass. If it spends most of its time casting like absorb accuracy and crap, then it won't really be that dangerous. Or at least if I can go back the right way to where it was. This place is kind of like a bunch of winding intersections and stuff, and okay, so it says that it doesn't link with stuff, so we'll just pull it. Yeah, it's gonna cast absorb accuracy on us, so now we can't hit the broadside of the barn. Ow. Okay, we're gonna Berserk War Cry, and we're gonna Mighty Strikes just for the heck of it. And then we're also gonna, after our next swing, we're gonna Sneak Attack for accuracy. And basically, Shantato 2 is going to pull all the weight here, I think. Our crits will go through somewhat, but we're not going to get that many hits in on it. So, if only we could have. If only we could have landed that hit, we could do, whoa, that's a cool attack. Alright, thank you, Shantato 2. Oh, we got the shield. How about that? Let's see if it's actually any good. Spellcaster's EQ. Okay, converts 15 HP to MP, so you get a little bit of MP. Defense of 2. Usable by pretty much, well, everything that on this has MP innately, so magical jobs. And gives mind +2, so it's decent for, like, if you're gonna use stuff. I don't know. Let's put away our Rampaging Horn. We're really tightening up on our inventory. Imagine if we didn't have our Mog case. Like, it'd be awful. I'm gonna look up a map of this place because I cannot fucking. Let's see. There's the door. I'm pretty sure. Okay, so we need to go to the northeast. And we're at I-9. And we need to be at M4. So I-9. Yeah, we need to turn around and go back through where that giant scorpion is and has already respawned. One of the nice things about having Shantato 2 or any mage trust is they will try to magic burst. And Shantato 2 is like instant at it. Like, she's so good at magic bursting that the second you make a skill chain, she will magic burst it. And her spells are naturally powerful anyway. So, okay. So we're going west now. We're gonna go north. We're gonna hug the right wall now and go north. You know, did I ever finish explaining the meme behind these tie size? The scroll of refresh? Yeah, people really wanted the scroll of refresh when the game was relatively new. They didn't know where to get it. And a player who had gotten it was in here like killing tie size for like EXP or for something they dropped, and just sort of told a little lie, a little trolly lie, and said, someone asked them, hey, where did you get refresh? And he says, oh, I found it on a tie sai. And so people came in here and were just endlessly competing over and killing these tie sais, assuming that it was just an incredibly rare drop. And so many people believed it, and so many people came in here and killed tie sais, that eventually Square had to be like, yeah, refresh doesn't drop on tie sais. And but then they decided to add in a notorious monster called the Tai Sai Jin, you know, which is like Tai Sai Man or whatever, and as a reference to the player and it drops like a couple of joke drops. It drops I think those are high-level monsters that were added in for EXP purposes. I don't think we want to run by them because that Arimon will be aggressive. The bats might be too, come to think of it though. I hope not. If they are, they'll one-shot us. Okay, the bats at least aren't. Goblin Hoodoo? Oh, come on. Goblin Artificer? Oh, jeez. Okay, hopefully we can just follow this and we won't run into anything that's like a new monster that'll just instantly aggro us and kill us. This area got the same treatment as every other area that was old that people didn't really spend a lot of time in after a certain point in the game's life, where they added in level 90 or 80 monsters or whatever to EXP. The hovering oculuses are definitely an example of that, and there's totally no way they're not aggressive. Like, oh jeez, are you serious? Oh, maybe I can make the zone line before I get killed. Or not. Or I can just get stunned and bludgeoned to death. Thanks, game. Thanks. Well, this is where I want to go. So I'll stop the recording here. I should have stopped it a while ago. See you next time.